Hi, everyone. This is Nan from Breakthrough M2 Weight Loss and Transformation. Thank you so much for being here. We have a nice presentation for you this evening that you can watch over and again if you'd like. And these are just some of the few clients that we've had that have been so successful on our program. And we love showing the before afters because, of course, that is just so much fun to look at. But remember, there's a lot of time and effort between the before and the after. And that is, obviously going to be something that you're going to be experiencing, but you're going to do great at it. The first thing I'd like for you to do is write down your top 3 reasons for wanting to lose weight. Now, the reason I'm having you do this is because you're going to use these to help keep you motivated throughout the program. So just take a minute, and you could pause the recording if you want, and write down your top 3 reasons for wanting to lose weight. Now, the reason why I have you write down those reasons, like I said, is because you're going to be using those as a motivation for you as you are going through the program. Now, what you wrote down probably very much had to do with something you'd like to have, a heart desire. Some people would write something like, well, why do I want to lose weight? Well, I want to be healthy. I like being thin. I want to fit into my clothes. Those are all great reasons. I don't want to end up like my parents. That's really a fun one. But other things are like, I want my confidence back. I want my sexy back. I want to be able to keep up with the kids and grandkids. Those are the things, along with the previous ones that I mentioned as well, that are really heart-centered. Now, when you get your kit in the mail, you're going to have like a little plastic baggie in there, and it's going to have a black wristband, and it's also going to have a little chapstick looking thing that we call inhalers. Now, that inhaler has a very specific smell, and you can read about them when you look at the note that we put in with them. But what I would like for you to do is take those 3 reasons that you just wrote down and flip those into I am statements. So for example, if you wrote, I want my sexy back, what I want you to do is write, I am sexy, or I am attractive, I am healthy, I am confident, right? So that's what I would like for you to do. So take your 3 things and turn them into your I am statements. Now, when you get your package in the mail, I would like for you to take that inhaler, open that up, and read those 3 I ams to yourself while smelling the inhaler. Now, what you're doing is you're literally making a connection between the brain and the heart. You have a heart-centered desire, and you're holding something, you're seeing it, and you're smelling it, 3 different senses used. And the sense of smell is really amazing. It's connected to the emotional center in the brain. So what you just did was make a heart-brain connection. And now every single day, we want you to use those inhalers. Before you go out into the world, smell that inhaler. Remind yourself why you're doing this program. When you come home, right, before you start your family life, after work is all over, take a break, take a breather, smell your inhaler, remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Put yourself back in front, make yourself a priority because you haven't been the priority all day long at work, and relax, take a minute, and then start your evening with your family. So your morning intentions are really important. Before you leave for work every day or start your day, put out those intentions of how you want your day to go. At the end of the day, before you go to bed, just sit down and pick up a journal, a little notebook if you want. Write down how your day went. What were your wins for the day? Really just decompress and take some time and take a look at what you did amazing today. And by doing this continually, starting your day out with your intentions, smelling your inhaler, making sure you use that inhaler when you get home. Your black wristband is really there just to help you remind yourself that you are putting your needs and your health first. In every decision you make, that is what you're doing. Because here's the bottom line, guys and girls. We have excess weight not because we have a weight problem, but because we have a lifestyle problem, because we have a boredom problem, because we have a stress management problem, right? So if you go at your day from this point on, if you look at it from that perspective, you can say to yourself, okay, if I have a stress management problem, how am I going to help myself be less stressful? And now start enacting those things in your life that are going to now help you be less stressful. And lo and behold, your weight will also start coming into check. So these are the things that we really want our clients to start enacting and really just start using on a daily basis, and not just for the diet, but even after they get off the program. Okay, so this is my story. I did struggle with my weight for 22 years. I lost 50 pounds in about 68 days. That's a typo. And I did that at age 40. And I really, honestly, if I could do it, anybody can, because I did so many diets. I did MetaFast, I did Nutrisystem, I did LA Weight Loss, I did all kinds of things from GNC, whatever those popular magazines in the ShopRite aisle were. I did everything off of those. You know, and I'm not unlike most people out there, right? And there were times when I lost weight and then I gained weight back. And oh my gosh, isn't that the story right there, right? So before, after, and after, that really can happen to people, not just because of the mental and emotional things that we all go through, but honestly, this could happen because of physical reasons. Now, we don't make excuses for anybody at Breakthrough M2. If you are eating out of boredom or you are eating in a, you know, for the wrong reasons, that's a problem, and we need to really address that, right? But there are physical reasons why people can do this funny little cartoon trying to do a diet. If a diet is not conducive to the way the body works, this could happen to you because it's messing up your blood sugar levels, and it's definitely taking from your body in a way that it shouldn't. So there are diets out there that can cause this. So even if you are being good when the diet's over and you have made lifestyle changes, this still could happen to you because physically speaking, the diet wasn't conducive to your body. Now, what a lot of people don't know is because of the toxic exposure that we have in this country, we are naturally gaining excess toxic fat. And how we're doing that is that the body is stealing good, clean fat from the interior reserves, and it's using that clean fat to wrap up these excessive amounts of toxins that are in our food supply, our water, our air, all of these different things. And the body is wrapping these toxins up in the good fat that we have, and then taking that and putting it in the outside part of the body for storage. Now we're accumulating literally toxic fat. And not only that, we're stealing from our good interior reserves. So when you take fat from your interior reserves and you don't replace that, because we're not eating high fat foods on a regular basis, the body sees that as starvation. Now, the other problem is if you take fat from that area and you try to replace it, but you're not eating healthy, good, clean fat, the body is going to take that bad fat and also disperse that to the exterior, and you're still not filling up your fat reserves, even though you're overweight. So just some of the pesticides, herbicides we see, the FDA allows over 3,000 different chemicals in our food supply, hormones, steroids, antibiotics given to all of our animals. I mean, there's just so much, right? And then, of course, we have our pharmaceutical drugs that are being given out left and right to people nowadays, and those have just wicked side effects. Now, of course, those can, you know, should be taken by certain people with certain ailments, no problem. But a lot of the pharmaceutical drugs that we are giving to people are really about they can't get their lifestyle and their habits changed. And unfortunately, if they're not getting these medications, their body can't handle, you know, what they're doing. So let's change all this. Let's be more aware of the toxic load that our bodies are facing. Let's understand that if we want to get rid of this outside jelly belly fat, we have to have that cleaned first, and then the body will use it. Now, this is Dr. Simeon's. He was the pioneer of the entire protocol that we're using. He called it his metabolic method. That's where our M2's comes from. So it's Breakthrough M2 because it's his metabolic method. And just so you know, lots of companies use this method. But we are absolute experts at this. We have been doing this for over 8 years now. We've helped over 11,000 people with this diet, only this diet. We truly are the experts. And we have seen everything, and we can help people get off plateaus. So I am very proud of that. We have been working on this for years, like I said, and we are the best at Dr. Simeon's protocol, truly are. It's not just about a low-calorie diet, though, and this is what he taught people. There are 3 different sources of fat, and I just alluded to that in our last slide. We have our excess fat on the outside, which is our bad toxic fat, and then we have 2 interior good fats. One of them is called normal reserves, the other one's structural fat. Now, the normal reserves are very important because those are there for emergencies. So if we wait too long to eat, or we don't eat enough nutritious food, or we're not taking in enough clean, healthy fat, our body will start taking from our normal reserves, give you what you need, and then it will replace it. Now, this happens all the time with people who are working out at the gym and not eating enough calories to support those workouts. How many times do you hear people saying, I work out all the time and I cannot lose weight? And that is probably because they are not eating enough calories to support the workout. Most of the women that we see in our building, in our practice, they don't eat a lot of food. They really don't. They're not eating the right amount of food at the right times of the day in the right proportions that's right for them. And that's what's happening with most of the women that we see. So this diet is really a great reset for people. It gets you in good structured habits, and we will help you start this program the right way. We'll help you come off the program the right way. You have coaching all in between, terrific support system, as you'll see, and we'll really just make sure that you're taken care of. Now, the normal interior fat is clean fat. It's good. You can use it, but you have to replace it if you do. Structural fat is clean fat. It's good. You also have to replace that if you use it. Now, structural fat is tough to tap into. You have to be on a low-fat, low-calorie diet for a very long time to start tapping into that. Or you have to be on a diet that really is not nutritious at all, and it causes your body to go grab all the fat it can. Now, the structural fat packs in your organs. It's the bottoms of your feet, so your bones don't hit the ground when you're walking. It's very, very important. And again, if you use that, the body must replace it. The second major discovery that he found was that the normal fat reserves have a purpose. And understanding this is what helped set him apart from all the other diets. The normal fat reserves have to be filled up to a certain percentage before the body will start allowing you to release the unnecessary toxic fat, which is so exciting because so many times people don't know this little unknown rule, really, and it's something that is very important to start off this program. You have to make sure your normal fat reserves are filled. Now, his entire protocol is on my website. It's called Pounds and Inches, and there's a little picture of it down here on the PowerPoint, and you can read his exact words from the 1940s. Now, the third major discovery was there's a protein factor that literally helps the body clean this excess fat very quickly so that a low-calorie diet can force your body to use it. And that is exactly what we have. We have the protein factor that's necessary, and this protein factor is taken from the day you start your high-fat days all the way through low-cal. When you're done the 2 high-fat days and your low-cal time frame, you do not need to supplement any longer. So I'll teach you a little bit about that as well. Step 1 of this program is all about prepping up. It's the first week, a 5-day plus 2 days, right? So the 5-day is your prep week. The 2 days, you need to have 2 high-fat days where you're literally going to be eating high-fat foods on purpose to, remember, fill up your normal fat reserves. Now, step 1 is all about getting ready. Use your folder, read your manual, explore your online dashboard, read your emails, watch the videos. Oh my gosh, we have so many different things that are tools that people can use to be successful on this program. And in that prep week, before you even start your 2 high-fat days or low-calorie time frame, we want you to talk to your coach before you begin. Because that way, if you have any questions, even after reading the manual and watching the videos, you might have questions. We want you to talk to somebody that's actually done the program and has been successful and has kept the weight off. Our coaches are amazing. Now, right on your dashboard, as you can see on the screen, there's a place for you to schedule your call with your coach. There is a menu on the top there where it drops down. It has what's called a wiki. That is awesome. We've got all kinds of printables in there for you to use if you need. Anything that's in your folder that we send you, if you want to reprint that, it's in the wiki. There's a timeline that literally keeps track of your first 5 days plus the 2 high-fat days. And then it keeps track of how many days you've been on low-cal. There's a weight tracker on there as well. We want you to explore Team Breakthrough M2 on Facebook. And if you'd like to be a member of our private group, we allow people who are not clients yet to just take a look around for about a week or so. We ask that you not make any comments, just look, read, listen. That's great. And if you become a client, you'll have permanent access to that private group. Prepping your kitchen, you're going to do that during your prep week. We want you to practice your water during your prep week. So those first 5 days before your high-fat weekend, I want you to practice drinking your water. We want you to get used to where the bathrooms are. You're going to need to know what it's like for your commute, what it's like when you're on your job, when can you get your water in. All of these, getting this in your head is going to be very important. Now, the rule about the water is this. It's half your body weight in ounces every single day, or 90 ounces, whatever one is greater, okay? So if I'm 200 pounds, half of that is 100, I would have to drink the 100 ounces. If I am 150 pounds, half of that is 75, I would have to drink the 90 ounces, okay? So we want you to practice your water. Remember, a gallon is 128 ounces. So make sure that you understand how much you're actually drinking. We do not want you over drinking. That does not help the process at all. Unsupportive habits. Hey, listen, we all have some unsupportive nighttime habits or unsupportive habits in general. So we really want you to think about what those things are. Try to kind of get rid of some of those during that prep week so that your first low calorie week isn't so difficult. Okay, so that's your prep week. Now moving into the high fat weekend, and the reason why I'm showing the supplements is because you're going to need these for the high fat weekend. Now, the Breakthrough M2 program is, it is very unique. We have our protein factor, which is the amino acid blend. These are all the amino acids necessary to help the body detoxify the fat, where the low calorie diet is forcing you to use that fat. So please understand, this is not magic. Okay, we are literally supporting the body to clean the excess fat. The body will use that excess fat as energy. That's how you burn fat. Now, the low-calorie diet that we put you on is a low-fat, low-cal diet, and yes, you will lose weight with that even if you weren't using the supplement. But the problem is, what fat will you be using if you're not using this excess fat? That's the key. So yes, of course, if you go on any low-fat, low-cal diet, are you going to lose weight? Sure you will. You will plateau at some certain point though, because the body cannot keep taking from the reserves and you will stop. And everybody's experienced that. So you really absolutely want to be putting the body in the best position possible to be using the fat that you really don't want, which is like your muffin top, right? So the amino acids, the protein factor that we have, clearly it helps clean the excess fat. Then the body uses that when it goes on a low-calorie diet. Now, the other bottle that you see there on the left is the Platinum formula. This is a homeopathic formula that is used to help support the emotions, the mental part of dieting. It helps with appetite balance. We do not suppress your appetite, but it helps balance out the appetite. It literally helps support the brain in that area where it wants comfort food. And this is this is the other half of our supplement that is absolutely necessary when you're doing our program. So you have both bottles. You'll be taking 12 drops 3 times a day, 30 minutes before eating when you start the high fat weekend. Okay, so basically what it looks like so far is that you've seen the webinar. You're going to get on the phone consult to sign up. We're going to send you your stuff. You're going to do your prep week Monday through Friday, whenever that is. And then you have your high fat weekend, Saturday, Sunday, to start the drops and fill up your fat reserves. Okay? So now, over the high fat weekend, we literally want you to be eating high fat foods on purpose. We want you to fill up your normal fat reserves. Eat, drink, and be merry. You can have alcohol on the high fat weekend. That's not a problem. You can call it your last hurrah if you want to, but it really isn't. You'll be able to have, your beer and pizza another time after the diet's over, but there will be limits on it. So you're going to be starting the drops in the high-fat weekend. You're going to be eating lots of high-fat foods. There's all kinds of examples in the manual that we'll send you, but it includes nuts, dairy products are high in fat, salmon and eggs and full-fat cheese, full-fat, dairy products, olive oil, high-fat foods. It can be things like fried foods, or if you like to go to Texas Roadhouse or Outback or something, and, they have high-fat foods there and you feel like eating those, that's fine. It doesn't have to all be healthy high-fat. It can be not so healthy high-fat. So that's all good. Eat, drink, and be merry over the weekend. We're looking for you to gain 3 to 5 pounds. Keep that in mind, okay? With the drops, gaining the fat. Low calorie time will start for most people on that Monday, right after their high fat weekend. Okay, now you can stay on low cal from 3 weeks all the way to 3 months. Most people stay on it 5 to 6 weeks, which is 1 full round of those supplements that you just saw. And they stay on the program for that 5 to 6 weeks, and then they decide if they want to do another 5 to 6 weeks after that. You can, if you want to, you can go right into the next round of drops, buy them, and keep on going with your low calorie diet. On that low-cal diet, you'll be taking the Breakthrough M2 supplements. You'll be following the protocol and the food lists. Now, the food lists are in the free program preview that you saw. Those are all the foods that you can have. If it's not on the list, you cannot have it. You need to drink your water, stay plugged into support. This is a major life change, and you're going to need support in doing that. And besides, hopefully, your family members who will support you, you will also have a whole team on Facebook. You will have your coach, and you will have us at the office where you have our phone number as well. Okay, so we're all here to help. If you don't get an answer on Facebook, or you don't get an answer from the coach, you can call the office and we'll give you the answer, right? So we're all here to help you. You are never left high and dry on this program. You always have support. From the list that we give you every single day, you're going to be doing 2 proteins, 2 vegetables, 2 fruits, and 2 crunchy carbs. The crunchy carbs are optional. Some people really know that carbohydrates are a trigger for them, so they don't want to do them, and they don't have to. Some people are gluten-free and they don't want them. Now, if you are gluten-free, you can go on our private Facebook page, type in gluten-free, and you will find some of the gluten-free crackers that people have used on the program that they have found to be very beneficial and not interfere with their weight loss. But from the proteins, you're going to pick 2, like I said. So this is basically what you're doing, right? In the morning, you have a fruit. For lunch, you have 1 of your proteins, 1 of your vegetables. 6 hours later, at least, you have your second fruit. At least 6 hours. It can be longer, but it has to be at least 6 hours. Then you have your next protein vegetable. And you can have your crunchy carbs in between. That's fine as well. So you have your 2 proteins, 2 vegetables, 2 fruits, 2 crunchy carbs every single day. There's also some free foods you can throw in there, and you'll learn all about that with the manual. Now, when you decide you want to come off of the program, this is your step 3 stabilization time frame. Now, basically, this is 2 days, no more weight loss supplements, or no more drops, and staying on that same exact low-calorie diet you were just on. Once those 2 days are over, now you move into the most important stage that there is, which is step 4 transition. Okay, this transition stage is so important. It will help completely solidify your new weight. It'll stabilize your blood sugar levels. And this is your time to learn what your body likes and doesn't like, because now we're going to start adding in some of the foods that we took out from step 2, right? So this is like a honeymoon. Now, here's the deal. Step 2, let's say you're done, you reached your goal, yay, right? You're halfway done. You still need to complete steps 3 and 4. You've only done steps 1 and 2. Now, step 2 is the longest, but you've only done 2 out of 4 steps. You still need to complete those last 2 steps. And I cannot tell you how many people have to come back and repeat this process because they did not do step 4. Please don't do that to yourself. You've worked so hard. Finish out strong, right? This is like your wet cement right now. And if you don't do it right, you're going to be putting handprints all over your wet cement. And then you're going to have to re-pour again later on. You know what I mean? All right. Okay, so transformation, that's really all about what you do after step 4. You live that 90-10 lifestyle, which really is so great. 90% of the time, you're going to follow the same exact eating you just did on step 4 transition, and 10% of the time, you can do what you want. So that means 2 meals a week, you do what you want, right? And that's what I meant before by you will definitely be able to have beer and pizza again, just not a lot, okay? Now, your average weight loss that we're seeing with our clients from ages 18 all the way up to 70 are these right here. Women in the first week lose 5 to 10. Now, that does include, by the way, the few pounds that you put on for the high-fat weekend. That includes that, okay? So you might have to put on a few pounds to start the program, but you lose that right away plus some more. Men, usually the first week are 8 to 12. By day 21, women are 12 to 15. Men are 18 to 21 pounds. After 3 weeks, you could definitely expect plateaus, 2 to 3 days. Sometimes these plateaus last. And then during, after that 3-week time frame, women are usually 2 to 4 pounds on average per week. One full round of drops will get the average female 20 to 25 pounds, the average male 30 to 40. And just please remember that the first week of low calorie really is detox, but the weight loss and the losing of all that water weight and inflammation, it feels glorious. So it might be detoxing, but the weight loss and the loss of inflammation makes up for it. Now, this is our support and accountability team. You will get one of these coaches assigned to you. You can talk to them weekly. You literally have their cell phone number if you need to text them for any reason. Okay, again, we have our coaching, we have our office team, we have Team Breakthrough on Facebook, and every Thursday night I go on, I'm live, and if you have any questions you'd like to ask me directly, I'm there, ask me. Okay, we are a small business, but you know what? We do such big things for our clients. So basically what I want you to do is think about what 2 days would you like to fatten up on, okay? What date would your prep week begin? Ask yourself, okay, when am I talking to my coach? Oh yeah, I'm talking to my coach before my 2 high fat days. Okay, you really want to kind of take a look at everything. Make sure you like at least 3 to 5 of those protein choices, at least 3 to 5 vegetable choices. You cannot just be eating broccoli and chicken the entire time. Okay, so keep that in mind. The basic starter package for anyone to start with us is $249. Now that $249 is a startup price. If you want to buy drops again after that, it's $219 for just the drops. Okay, but this starter package comes with all of your information, your online dashboard, your accountability coaching, all the videos, the bonus handouts, the little anchor kit that we send you with the wristband, the inhaler, the online dashboard, the private community. If you want to buy a cleanse, it's an extra $10 for a cleanse where normally it's $15. So that $249 is to start up with us. We are on average about $14 per pound. If you do Weight Watchers, it's close to $50. If you do Jenny Craig or Nutrisystem or MetaFast, it's close to $32 a pound to stay with them. We are extremely reasonable, and I love what we do for the price that we charge. And you cannot get what we are giving to people for any cheaper than this. You really can't. So I really just encourage you, please don't let the package, throw you off or anything like that. It really is very inexpensive to do the program, especially since you're going to be saving money in your groceries and everything else. Another add-on to that, if you would like, bonus is $75 for the 5-pack that we sell. Everybody should be using a multivitamin. These are extremely important. If you don't have a good multivitamin, we've got a great one. These are all my formulas except for the middle one, the calcium magnesium supplement. Digestive enzymes, these are really, really important for people who don't have a gallbladder, by the way, but they're important for everyone because it helps you digest not just digest your food, but absorb it into the bloodstream. Digestive enzymes are little proteins that help you break down the food and absorb it. So you want to be able to absorb all the nutrients from your food, especially when you're on such a low calorie, low fat diet. The calcium magnesium product is phenomenal. It helps alleviate cramps, muscle cramps, stress, by the way, menstrual cramps as well. It balances out pH, it helps with sleep, it helps with detox. This calcium product, magnesium product is absolutely amazing. The calcium magnesium is a very specific proportion which is necessary in order for the body to absorb calcium, and it's also carried by an acid, which is the ascorbic, which is vitamin C. If you are just taking a plain calcium supplement with nothing else, you have a very good chance of developing kidney stones. So if you're going to be needing or wanting to take a calcium product, it needs to be joined with an acid and magnesium in the correct proportions, and ours is. We have a colon cleanse, which is great. It helps people go to the bathroom. Every time you have a major diet change, people usually have issues going to the bathroom. So this is a great addition. And of course, probiotics. I cannot stress these enough. Our immune system needs to be built up. We will be detoxing lots of stuff into our bodies from that fat, and we want to protect our immune system as best we can and continually keep putting probiotics into our immune system. They're extremely good for all of us, and stress and fluoride and chlorine and antibiotics and prescription medications all kill good bacteria in the gut. So it's very important to replace that good bacteria with probiotics, and also they kill off digestive enzymes. So, make sure you're using those as well. $75 is the price for these as an add-on. If you'd like, it is a much lower price than usual. It's usually $107. Now, if you're that person that just likes all in, the ultimate package would be for you. It comes with everything I just showed you, including that 5, including an extra large food starter package. It includes all kinds of bonuses, cooking videos, a dry brush, just all kinds of stuff. It's so cool. But 10% lifetime discount card comes with that as well. So if you're somebody who knows you're going to be buying a couple of rounds of drops, it's definitely worth it. Usually women are going to need 2 rounds of drops to lose 40 or 50 pounds. If it's more than 40 or 50, obviously you're going to have to buy more drops. So every single time you'll get about $22 off every time you buy. So it's really a good deal if you're somebody who likes to be all in, and if you're somebody who knows you're going to need more than 1 round of drops. Okay, so that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching our webinar. And your next step will be to go to your dashboard, sign up for a phone consult. Let's get you going. We'll answer all your questions. And if you don't do that, you can also call the office, which is 845-713-4320. And our amazing, awesome receptionist will help you set up a phone consult so that you can get going on losing this weight, really, and let this be the last diet that you ever do. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.